Hello everybody. Okay, so hold on, I have your questions on this side, and then I'm gonna answer them on here. I feel like a gamer because I have this, and then I have this, and then it almost didn't work, and my cats are all here, and it's gonna be good. So, I think there's gonna be a bit of a lag, so just bear with me if I get to your questions super slow. Okay, first question. I don't have any yet. Everybody just says hi. So if you have questions, you can start you can start asking now. How was my day? It's pretty good. I trained. I ate some steak. What else did I do? I did some school. Alright, we have to pause because all the boys are in here. Well, you can't even see them, so it doesn't matter. But they're here. My first job, I was actually a gymnastics coach. I started when I was 14, which I think is illegal, but whatever. I taught recreational gymnastics, and I was the assistant coach for the competitive team. And that's honestly my favorite job ever, ever. And I would so do it again. I would do it for free. You don't have to pay me. Because coaching 3-year-olds was so fun. You just bounce around. You paid me $20? That's so nice. Anyway, yeah, as a gymnastics coach. How's Porch Cat? He's good. He hates me, but he secretly loves me, but he mostly hates me. Would you be ready if the Olympics were today? Fuck yeah. I'd be so ready, which is sad. I don't want to think about it. I'll be more ready next year. Do you think having children is like having an expensive pet? Yeah, really expensive. Also, I have this lens thing on here. There's a glare. Oh, there's still a glare. Oh, it's from the light. Whatever. I'm not a professional gamer streamer here. How do you define a great day? One that I don't cry. Probably. I don't know. Not that picky. How did 110 feel? Fucking amazing. Look what else. We could change the mood. That's too dark. I'll go back to this one. Would I do CrossFit again? Not competitively. Never. I can say that pretty confidently. I think when I'm done with lifting, I'll probably go to more CrossFit style workouts when I'm old and broken. I don't see myself competing in it though. Any more comps? I was told there might be another virtual international one because I missed out on this one because they said my start time was 1 a.m. and I was like, well, fuck that. And then they changed it when the final schedule came out, and it's 9 a.m. So kind of kicking myself for that one. But I have Florida State Championships I'm going to do. I might do a local one before that and just do powers or 90%. I don't know yet. How often do I train with Amy? A few times a year. I mean, we've only been working together for just over a year now, and I've probably seen her in person maybe 4 times for training, and then at competitions obviously, but that's not training time. Who's the funniest lifter? I don't know. I don't really know many of the other lifters personally. You weighed 77 at the last comp. How are you going to approach gaining 10 kilos? I'm not. I don't have to be 87 kilos. I have to be 81.01 in a year. And I've already done that twice too. So it's not out of the question. I'm not gonna be a full 87. I've completely accepted that. I think that would be past 82, 83. It's gonna just slow me down. And I don't think I would feel any better. I think I'd feel worse. I've obviously gained a ton of strength already with the amount that I've gained. And I'm just gonna hang here for a while. I mean, this is not where my body wants to be. It wants to be 72, but it is what it is. How is school going? It's fine. My last semester of my undergrad, so ready to be done with that. Oh gosh, I missed so many. If I missed your question, I'm sorry, but I'm trying. A weight goal for Tokyo, as far as total or body weight? A favorite dog breed? Anyone that's rescued and can have a nice living home. I don't care. I think they're all nice. Why'd you guys pick Iceland for getting married? Because we both traveled all over, and it was kind of the one place we haven't been, and we both wanted to go, because like I would be fine not traveling again ever. Like I've seen what I want to see, aside from like New Zealand. I want to go there still. Other than that, like I'm perfectly content staying home forever. So we wanted to check that one off. We wanted to do an elopement, just us. We didn't want to have a wedding. And yeah, so now that's postponed till next September. So I have my final dress fitting tomorrow actually, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. I guess I'd take a dress home for a year. Favorite song on new Taylor Swift? I just don't care. Is my belt coming out soon? I think so actually. I started testing a new prototype today actually, and so far it's good. This is my flosser. The other ones, there's just some material issues, and I didn't want to put it out if it wasn't like perfect. But hopefully soon. I need to test this one a little bit more and make sure it can like hold up to some real training, and then it should be good to go from there. Will you be taking the GRE for grad school? Fucking, I don't even know. I haven't looked far enough into it. I started my application, and that's about as far as I got. What are you majoring in undergrad? Well, when I started it was sport and exercise science, but they changed the name of the major to kinesiology, so I actually don't even know what my degree is going to be, but I mean, it's all the same. Have you decided how you'll have stitching for the shorts in your athletic wear? Minimizing camel toe. Okay, we all have vaginas here. Girls do. So if you're gonna pull your shorts up, you're gonna have some camel toe. It's just, that's all there is. I could sew in some extra, like a fucking pad of fabric, and that would be the most uncomfortable thing. So, I'm not actively trying to like avoid that. I want to make like high-rise pants that are actually high-rise and not like mid-rise that you want to pull up to be higher, because that's how you get camel toe. But we have a fucking vagina. Who cares? Have I tried playing the guitar? Yeah, in like middle school when I was really bad. That wasn't my thing. I played trombone and I was decent. This glare is driving me crazy. It almost looks artsy though. Far East Russia. Interesting. I've been to Russia before. Oh wait, I think I have this showing the wrong chat. Dope room, thanks. Wow, I didn't see a lot of these, I'm really sorry. Do you have thoughts on the Ruby system? I think it's fucked. I think they're gonna throw it out for the next quad, which it is what it is. I mean, it's just not a good system. Like, I don't know. There's always gonna be something in each quad that they're like, oh, this sucks, and then they learn from it and then they do something else. But it is what it is. I think everyone agrees it was not the best selection like process, but we can't do anything about it now. Am I participating in any research? Not right now. I'm not even on campus right now because of COVID. I would like to when I start my master's, but as of now, nope. Favorite clean and jerk or snatch? Probably snatch. Clean and jerks are just heavy. They're always heavy. How was I able to grow my social media? It just happened. I had no intention of ever being here or this. I just wanted to do stuff. And that's it. I have never hired anybody. I've never paid for any like advertising stuff. When I started, it wasn't what it was. Like there wasn't really like fitness Instagram. Like it was just not the same as it was at all. So I guess I got lucky. What leggings do I like? You'll find out soon. I'm gonna make them. Those ones. Those are the ones I like. Sorry, I have hiccups. Do you love trap bar deadlifts yet? They're okay. They make heavy weight feel slightly less heavy. That's it. How much more attention did you receive after the Worlds? Which Worlds? I've been at Worlds every year since 2014. So, which one? Preference of shorts or leggings? Fuck shorts. Short, like the behind the knee sweat and putting a knee sleeve on this knee sweat. And like the bar on the leg, it's all bad. And then sweat dripping down. I would rather lift in soaked tights than feel sweat dripping down my legs all the time. What am I interested in researching? I really would like to get involved with research pertaining to exercise in space, so we can further pursue like long space flight, like getting out there. And I know that's gonna take master's, probably doctorate, probably like hours of free research labor, but eventually I would like to work directly for NASA to help develop better like exercise protocols, potentially like equipment, but probably not. I don't think I want to go that route, but that's like one of my interests, passions, I guess, is space, and that's how I can contribute. So yeah. Is Killer my favorite? Where is the little rat? No, because he's not in here. So no. Killer! He'll probably come though. Do I pay attention to the numbers my competitors are lifting? Usually no. I mean, if I'm like going for a medal and I need to kind of like edge out someone, I like to know. Like I don't like to be kept in the dark, like from my coaches for that. But it doesn't matter really. It's not gonna really make a difference of what I can lift. I'm either gonna make it or I'm not. It'll just kind of help determine like what gets put on the bar. Ugh, there's hair in my mouth. My worst injury, Oli and non-Oli. In high school, I decided I wanted to be a wrestler, and there wasn't a girls team, so I was put on the boys team, and none of the boys would practice drills with me, so I kept getting put with this one kid who I don't know if he was okay or not, but he basically went to hip toss me but was standing on my foot from behind. And so he hip tossed me, my foot stayed planted this way and my whole body spun around and I got slammed with this foot still on the ground. So it was like my entire left leg, like every joint was just destroyed. And I had to have like an up to my like hip cast boot crutches situation for so long. That sucked. Have I watched the videos of people using exercise equipment on the ISS? Yes, I have. I'm more interested in how the body responds to those, like that environment, more so than like the actual like let's make a program. Like why does I'm not gonna go into it, but it's just so interesting. Favorite improvements I've made since starting with Amy? Everything's good. Everything's better than it was. I'm obviously stronger. My technique, I think, is like way better. Favorite shows? We just rewatched all of Shameless from 1 to 10. That took a good amount of time. What else did we watch? I don't remember. I've been reading a lot. I haven't been watching as many things. I watched 90 Day Fiancé. And Sean likes Siesta Key for whatever reason. It's not my favorite. Ooh, I've been watching a lot of Botched. That's what I've been watching. If you don't do weightlifting, what would I be doing? Oh, I have no idea. I probably would have graduated school when I was supposed to, like 4 years ago. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I would have been in a completely different situation. It's not just like, what would I be doing right now if I weren't that? Like, I wouldn't be here right now. Band recommendations similar to Knocked Loose. Not exactly similar, but like some of my other favorites right now. I really like Dealer. I really like Vane. What else have I been listening to? I've been listening to a lot of old Bring Me the Horizon, so it's like still heavy. That's really it, aside from like my normal stuff. Do I ever get to talk or hang out with lifters from other countries at international events? You can, but for the most part, everybody kind of keeps themselves. Like, we have a dining hall, so we see everybody breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But everybody usually sits with their countries. Some countries are like super strict, where their like federation or their coaches are like, you guys are going to stay together. We have like a little bit more freedom usually, unless it's like dangerous. But also there's a language barrier too. Not everybody speaks English, and I don't speak any other language. I tried to learn Spanish literally because of international meets, but I couldn't. I mean, you like recognize people, and you kind of like give them like the eye, like nod, smile, like I know you, you know me, but we're not going to talk about it. That's about it. Contacts when I'm lifting? No, just nothing. My eyes have gotten worse over the last like 3-4 years, and I could have gotten away with just not wearing glasses except for when I'm like reading and stuff. But now I get headaches if I don't, so I just don't wear them when I'm in the gym, and then every other time I do. Well, sometimes. Like right now I have a headache because I didn't wear them most of the day. How many tattoos and piercings? A good amount. Piercings I have, I'm not gonna count them. Ever squat in chucks? No, I haven't. No. I don't want to wear lifting shoes. If you could have a drink with a person, any person dead or alive, who would I choose? I don't know. I don't think I have an answer. Best and worst office character? I fucking hate Karen Filippelli. I hate her. Honestly, Sean used to make fun of me because I really like Gabe, but I think I only like him because of Silicon Valley. But I don't know, I like Jim. I like everybody except Karen Filippelli. Favorite female weightlifters in other weight classes? Honestly, I don't pay attention to a lot of lifting. Like, my life revolves around it, so when I'm not doing it, I don't really watch that much lifting. Like, obviously I'll like follow like hook grip videos or all things gym, and I'll see what people are doing, but I don't like actively like, oh, today I'm gonna go watch this person. It's just, I don't know. I need some time to not be a lifter. What kind of acoustic guitar is it on the wall? That one, it looks like I'm pointing a different way. That one is a Taylor that I got Sean for his birthday 3 years ago, I think. And I got his little music logo in wood, like a little, I don't know what you'd call it. It's not an engraving, it's like a layover of wood. It's really cool. Well, I think it's cool. Favorite pizza topping? Cheese. Do I get to see Lasha lift? Yeah, I see him sometimes in training halls, which is kind of cool because you get randomly paired up, like you have set training schedules for like the whole week or however long you're there, and it moves up by 2 hours every day, but you're with that same group of people. So it'll be like USA, Russia, China, where's Lasha from? Georgia. Whoever, like, there's just like 5 or 6 countries, and then you'll be with that same group all week long, so you'll see the same people, which I think is cool, because then like you're not buddies, like kind of buddies. How come you point your wrist down before I lift? Isn't that wasted movement? No, but I also don't like the people that are like really focused on, okay, let's tuck the wrist under. If if your wrists are like this before you lift, the bar is more likely going to go away from you. If they're tucked in, it's more likely to be pulled close to you and along your body line. But I don't put that much thought into it. I just do it because that's what I've always done. Physique-oriented goals aside from weightlifting performance? Not right now. My body is whatever it needs to be right now. It's not my favorite. I mean, I'm not gonna say like I'm fat or anything, because I'm not, but I'm definitely, this is the most body fat that I've ever had ever in my life, which is weird. Like, I think I much prefer to be leaner, but what am I gonna be leaner? Am I gonna go to the Olympics? So eventually, like after the Olympics, I am very excited to like cut down and get like shredded again. Like, I look forward to that. Best tip about calorie surplus: eat fast. Once you sit down to start eating, don't like stop and like, oh, I need a break. Just eat. Drink a lot of your calories. I don't know, that's really it. I mean, it sucks, but so does cutting, so you gotta do what you gotta do. Do I follow any other sports? No, not really. I like strongman. That's probably as close as it gets. Neither me or Sean are like very sporty. That's weird that I'm an athlete, but whatever. What do I think of powerlifting? It's just another sport. I don't have like a strong opinion about it. How do I stop hating the jerk so much? Practice it more so you don't suck at it, and then you won't hate it as much. I listened to Bullet for my Valentine, not since like middle school. How intrusive / annoying is the drug testing process and schedule? Well, there is no schedule. They just come whenever. They could totally come right now. Well, it's 10. Well, they'd still come. They've come at like 11:30 before. It's intrusive, yeah, but it's necessary, and I'm glad that they do it, because obviously I have nothing to hide, but those who do, like, I literally cannot fathom how anyone in this country at least would get away with it. Like, it just seems impossible to me. So I'm glad that they're as intrusive as they are. Were you hinting for Sean to propose, or was it a surprise? I mean, we've been talking about it. We had picked out this ring like 6 months before. So at that point I was like, can you like give me an idea? Because then every time we would go somewhere, I'm like, oh, it's gonna happen. He's gonna propose. And then maybe like we'd get like 7-Eleven Slurpees or something. I'm like, fuck. So I told him, I was like, can you give me like, is it gonna be in a month? Is it gonna be in 3 months? It's gonna be in longer than that? Like, what do I need to mentally prepare for? And then I ended up getting my wisdom teeth out the day before he was gonna do it anyway. So I ruined everything, basically. Do I get along with all the girls that I train with when I go to Catalyst for training camp? Yes. Our team, and I know I'm biased, but our team is the absolute best group of people that I've ever like been around or been a part of. Like, we're all genuinely happy for each other and supportive, and we're friends. Like, we're not just like teammates, we're actually friends, and we can go do stuff and hang out, and like we're all just like best friends. And it's so nice because Amy and Greg have really like curated this team, and they could have a million athletes on it, but they don't, because they make sure that everyone that they select is a good fit for the team, and like as part of the team. That's like the coolest thing, because you know that everyone on your team is going to be there for you no matter what, like at all times. Like, if I called someone right now on the team, they would definitely pick up. Has Sean made progress in his lifts? And am I training him? I mean, yeah, he's not really training for anything. He doesn't compete. He's cut about like 20 pounds, so his lifts have gone down a little bit recently. And he just works off of a program I made him like 2 years ago and just keeps recycling it. He doesn't like train to compete or to be competitive. He trains for the fun of it and to have like a release after working and whatever else. He just trains to train. Would I ever consider living on the West Coast, or would I stay in Florida? I don't really want to stay in Florida. Sean really does. so I don't know where we'll end up. I don't think we'll end up on the West Coast, but I would rather not stay in Florida forever. What's it like interacting with the North Korean team? I mean, you kind of just don't see them that much. I've never had any bad interactions, but I have definitely never gone up and like tried to hug them or something. When COVID stops ruining everything, what's the first band I'm gonna see? Literally, whoever is playing in Orlando first, I will be there. I don't know who that'll be, but whoever it is, I will be there. Has that neighbor been annoying? No, they leave us alone, but I'm literally silent. Like, you can't even hear me lifting when you're inside my house, like right on the other side of the garage. Unless I miss or something, then I'm not gonna do anything about that, though. Do you think the Olympics will change the classes back to something more reasonable? I mean, they're reasonable now. What's unreasonable is that they took away, like, the most populated weight classes when they're picking their Olympic classes. I think that was dumb. Like, I think wrestling does a similar thing. But the ones they chose to pull out were, like, literally where everyone, like, the largest amount of people, because that's like take the average human size, add like 10-15 pounds, because we're all strength athletes, and that's where they took the classes from. Like, that, I don't understand that. That's fine. Maybe I'm just bitter because they took out my weight class. How many times have I experienced snow? Well, a few times. I don't care for it. I don't really care about it at all. Like, I'm like indifferent. How involved in USA weightlifting is your overall programming? They're not at all. We all have our individual coaches, and that's it. That's really it. Where am I going to school? UCF, but right now my couch, which is kind of nice, but I also hate it. When are you going to get a picture with Lujan? Probably never at this point. I've been too scared to ask, because in, 2015, I asked and his coach told me no, like, shooed me away. I've been terrified. So I just named my cat after him instead. Who's the best band you've seen, and why is it Knocked Loose? Knocked Loose was good. Their set, I saw them on their last tour, and their set was long. I was tired. Like, I think I would have appreciated if it was like 2 songs shorter, which I don't think I would ever say, but for a hardcore band to play a full, like, I think it was over an hour long set, like, that's crazy. I needed to, like, sit. I wish it was like a thing to just sit on the floor at shows. Like, when you get tired, you can just sit on the floor. I mean, I guess you can, but you might die. Virtual classes suck. I hate it. I feel like I don't retain anything when I'm not, like, physically in a classroom or in a lab. So I feel like the last, like, 6 months of my school, I've learned, like, 2 things maybe, but if I get my little piece of paper that says I learned it, I guess that's good enough for now. Where do you recommend getting a program from? Depends what you're looking for. Recommend doing your research. There's tons of online resources at this point. But yeah, it just depends if you want online or in person or what kind of program. Just do your research. Did you ever go to Warped Tour? Yeah, I went to the last one. I always wanted to go in, like, middle and high school, but none of my friends wanted to. And then when they announced 2 years ago that it was the last, like, full Warped Tour, me and Sean went, and it was great. And I got really sunburned. Most famous and surprising follower I have on IG. Oh, there's a kitty. Oh no, he's on this side. I don't know. I don't know who follows me, so I'd probably be surprised if I knew. Come here. Can you explain how you attained such an increase in strength? Well, I gained weight. got a new coach, worked really hard. Having an individualized program has obviously made a huge difference, and I don't know what else to tell you. I said I was going to stop at 30 minutes, but if you guys still have questions, I'll have nothing better to do. What would you recommend to do to get better at strict pressing? I am not the person to ask. You know who you should ask? You should ask Jules from my team, because she is the best strict presser ever, and I am absolutely the worst strict presser. If I get a dog someday, what breed would I get? I don't know. Sean's afraid of dogs, so I just don't think that'll ever happen. Unless it's like, maybe if we witness like a dog getting hit by a car. Not that I want that to happen, but if I'm there to like save a dog, maybe he'd let me keep it. Do I listen to Power Trip? I don't, but R.I.P. That's sad. Favorite and least favorite thing about my Tesla? I like pretty much everything about it. I am a little bit disappointed in the paint quality, which I read was like kind of a common thing. Like, you'd think if you're paying for that quality of a car, you'd get quality paint, but it's not. There's like runs and there's bubbles. Mine's ceramic coated, and it's still just like, it looks dirty all the time. Like, if I washed it every single day, washed it with like all of the fancy shit, dried it with the fancy shit, and then like 2 minutes later, or if it rains, it just looks, there's like watermarks everywhere. Just paint is not good. But I'm sure they'll fix it in the next update, and then I'll thank myself for buying this one. Go to mid-workout snack. I drink X Endurance carbs, the Fuel 5, and then their protein during. So I'm never like hungry during, unless it's a really, really long one. But I think I get close to like 500 calories between those shakes, and I just sip on them the whole time. Can I do a hair tutorial? Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of like not professional how I do it, and sometimes it takes like 5 tries, and I get really frustrated. I'm actually chopping all my hair off in like 2 weeks because I'm tired of it, and it's really heavy, and when it's in my bun, it like does that. I'm just gonna chop it all off. It's gonna be like this short probably. Do you mind me asking if you were naturally proficient with your technique, or at some point you were not great? I sucked when I started. I think everybody did. I don't know. I think being a gymnast helped a lot. I don't know. I wouldn't say I was like naturally that great at first. Like I was kind of bad. There was a documentary that brought light to the hookup culture at the Olympics. Is there any truth to that? I would assume so. When I went to Rio, I wasn't allowed to stay in the athlete village, so I can't really confirm anything, but I would assume so. It's a bunch of like athletes from all over. There's a ton of like emotions happening. Yeah, I would totally believe it. Do I listen to any podcasts? Not at the moment. I used to when I'd like have to drive far, like if I had to go down to Miami for like Wadapalooza or whatever. I listened to like the murder mystery ones. I thought about starting one, but I don't think I like talking to people enough. I don't know. That's like at the bottom of my list. Have you ever been so close to not making weight that you considered cutting your hair? Yes, when I was a 63. But I've seen people literally go to their ponytail and chop it off, and they lost like 0.01. Like, it's never worth it, ever. So unless you have like dreads. If you have dreads, or if you have like some sort of like weave or extensions or something, maybe. But if it's just your hair, it's not worth it. You won't lose enough ever. Like, I've like taken out every little earring that I have, and like even like my little teeny nose ring to try and make weight. And yeah, just do your job better before it gets to that point, I guess. Sean listens to the Office Ladies podcast. He really likes it. so I hear bits and pieces of it sometimes. How big was my high school graduating class? I don't know. I didn't go to high school for my junior and senior year. I did what was called dual enrollment here. So I just took classes at the community college and they counted as all AP. So I didn't even really know my senior class. Like I knew like the kids that I had started high school with, but by the time it came to graduation, I was like, get me in and get me out, and that's it. When are you coming out with a bra line? Hopefully soon. I had some bad news on that today, but I'm working on it. Had I not had bad news, I would have had my first samples in a few weeks, and then I would tweak them from there. So it's coming, like it's in the works. I can't say exactly when because I don't know, but I'm actively working on it. If that helps. Would you dye your hair a different color? Yeah, I think I'm going to when I chop it. I'm gonna do like darker and then lighter. I don't know. I don't like doing anything to it, so maybe not. Favorite building on campus? I don't know. I honestly like, I think I like, it was the education build? No, I don't remember what it was. Teaching Academy. That's the nice one. Any new tattoos in the works? No, not at the moment. Do you kill spiders or free them? Neither. I make Sean do it. But the cats found one the other day. They were just in here. Yeah, no, I don't fuck with spiders. When you compete internationally, is it hard to stay consistent with your diet? Yes. Well, yes and no, because they always try really hard to have like a variety of food in the dining halls, but depending on where it is, you can't eat specific things. So like most of the time you can't eat any of the fruit or the fresh produce of any kind. Depends on how brave you are, which I'm usually on the braver side, but I've gotten sick the last few times, so maybe I should not be that way. I know like Amy lived off of tuna packs and like the pre-packaged oatmeals for the entire time she was in Thailand. That's the only thing she ate. It just sucks like for me, because I've always been under my weight class, that it's hard to eat enough. Like it'd be real easy to cut weight, but it's really hard to eat enough food when you're like, do I want to trust the mystery meat today? Or do I want to eat 17 tuna packets? It's definitely rough. Do I do any conditioning work? Nah. I just don't think it's necessary for an elite lifter that's trying to put on weight. If you're like maybe trying to cut, I don't know. Any tips on how to date a strong girl? Probably just do it. I don't know. I'm not the person you want to ask dating advice ever. Do you think there's any chance they'd take you as a 76 instead of an 87? No. There aren't really any changes that are going to happen. We just have to essentially requalify because they made new rules that we have to compete internationally in this new period that started like when quarantine started. Or no, I think it technically starts in October. Or we're not eligible for the Olympics at all. So I have to be able to go to some international event, whatever country is going to let fucking America into their country, compete there, or I'm not eligible for the Olympics, which is a pile of shit. Favorite strongman event? I really like watching like their deadlift events, whether it's like max reps or weight. I think they're fun to watch. But I kind of like all of them. One sport you would never want to compete in? Diving. I would never, ever be a diver. Trying to make weight for your virtual comp was funny. Yeah, I didn't expect to be overweight. Like, had I done it like a month later, I would have had no problem, but, you know, it'd be like that. I think, if you have any more questions, I'll stand for 5 more minutes, and then I'm cutting you off. So if you have questions, now is your time. I'm not answering that question. I don't know why I have this flosser still either, but I really like them. Do you plan on going up a weight class? See what limits you could push? I already did that. I would prefer, I mean, maybe after this quad, I'll stay around this weight, which is still up a weight class, and see what I can do. But it's too hard to go up and stay up that high. Like, my natural body weight is not 81 or 87. It's very much between 71 and 76. Do I ever mentally bail on a lift? Very rarely. If I do, it's usually because, like, external things, not necessarily what's happening in training, but, like, I'm, like, thinking about other things, or, like, had a really stressful something happen and I can't, like, get it out of my head enough. But Amy hates that. Like, if you clark a lift, she gets pissed, so I try not to. What countries do you think are the most prolific when it comes to drug, doping, and ED use? Kind of all of them, honestly. I mean, I think here we do a really good job of controlling it, but there's still people that somehow, I don't know how, they get away with it, but I mean, everywhere, which is sad. Like, it's really sad to go into a competition and know that majority of the people you're competing against are on drugs or have been at some point. But that's weightlifting. Actually, that's more than just weightlifting. That's a lot of sports, unfortunately. Does Sean lift as well? Yeah, for fun. Buddies. Do you see them? They're so cute. Favorite episode of The Office? I like pretty much all the Christmas party episodes. I can't think of a specific one. Sean knows every Office episode by heart, so he's the one to ask. What's my bench PR? I have no idea. Hey, stop. Yeah, I don't know. Strict press, probably like 64 kilos-ish? I'm not sure. If you chucked an empty shoe box... No, my cats don't like boxes that much. They're not box cats, they're bed cats. Killer likes the floor. No, Killer likes the bed too. I don't know. I'm upset that they're not box cats. Favorite Disney movie? I don't like Disney movies. Well, actually, like the old Disney movies I liked, like with Hercules and like that era. Is that Disney? I don't even know. Level gymnastics that I reached, level 10. But when I was like, I think like 10 years old, my coach told my mom I need to find a new sport because I was too tall. So that's how that happened. Do I like doing bodybuilding movements? I actually don't at all. I do not enjoy them. Because it's so hard to catch people on PEDs, do you think it would ever be better to just allow it? No, because there are some people that would still never do it. Like, if it was allowed, I still wouldn't. Like, I think morally and just, like, looking at it from a health standpoint, like, no. I think maybe kind of like how powerlifting has the tested and untested federations, I think that would be an idea, but then you're still going to have people that want to win and beat other people and that would just get around the drug test. So I don't know if there's even an answer to that. It's shitty. I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to make anything fair ever. It just, it is what it is. What grip work do I do? I had none. I lift the bar. Do you feel a strong drive to beat your competition, or do you compete against yourself? Both, I guess. I don't know. Beating your competition, like, I don't know. Because in international competition, like, I'm never really worried about, like, beating those competitors. It's more so, like, nationally, because you have to beat them to be able to get on those international teams and to be able to get to the Olympics or whatever. Can this be in 1080p? I don't fucking know. If someone wants to teach me. It's from my phone. This is my phone. I don't know. I'm not a professional gamer person here. Alright, you guys have 30 more seconds. I'll answer one more good one. So make it good. And this chair is obnoxious. Do I ever have body image issues? yes and no. Like, I can't say no, but it's not something I, like, think about all day long. I don't love the way I look right now, but it's totally necessary, so that, like, kind of pushes it out of my brain almost. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like, I'm not upset about it, but I also don't love it. I don't know. I know that I'll get back to whatever amount of leanness I want at any point whenever I'm done lifting, and I'll have the rest of my life to, like, make my body look the way I want. And right now it just needs to perform the way I need it to. Okie dokie. That's all. Thank you guys for watching and coming. If you want me to do more, I can. I think I've only done one. I didn't think people liked it that much, so I didn't do another one till now. But yeah, I don't even really know how to end this, so good night, everybody.